1846, the Sierra Nevada. Snow so deep a horse sinks to its belly. 80-degree below zero wind chill. A 15-year-old girl is chewing the leather off her own moccasins to stay alive. In front of her walks a man no bigger than a fence post. 5'6" in his stockings, maybe 130 pounds soaking wet. He's carrying a 10-pound Hawken rifle like it's part of his skeleton. Behind him, 60 starving souls who will die in the next 48 hours unless this one quiet little son of a bitch finds his way through the pass. His name is Christopher Houston Carson. The Shoshone call him Little Chief. The Cheyenne call him Rope Thrower. The Mexicans call him Diablo. And right now he's the only thing standing between those people and a frozen grave. You're listening to Blood on the Saddle. True stories of the hardest men who carved this country out of rawhide and rifle smoke. I'm your host, Ron Menser. Tonight we set the fire with Kit Carson, the deadliest man who ever lived small. Let's ride. Act 1. The Making of a Mountain Man. Born Christmas Eve, 1809, in Madison County, Kentucky. Father killed by a falling tree when Kit's 1 year old. Mother remarries a man who don't want another mouth to feed. By 9, Kit's hunting, the family table alone. By 14, he's apprenticed to a saddle maker in Franklin, Missouri. He hates it. Smells like civilization. Smells like chains. August 1826, 16 years old, Kit runs off with a wagon train headed to Santa Fe. 2,000 miles of desert, Comanche, and no safety net. He never goes back east again. First job, cook's helper for $10 a month. Second job, wrangling horses at Bent's Fort. Third job, learning how to kill men before they kill him. By 20, he's trapping beaver with the best of them. Jim Bridger, the Sublets, old Tom Fitzpatrick. 6 foot of snow in the Rockies didn't slow him down. He'll strip naked in January, wade into an ice river, and break beaver dams with his bare hands. San Rafael Mountains, California. First real fight. A French-Canadian bully named Chouinard starts whipping an Indian woman Kit likes. Kit steps in. Chouinard calls him a squaw man. They meet on the prairie with pistols at 10 paces. Kit puts a ball through Chouinard's hand and another through his pride. Word spreads fast. The little man with the soft voice will kill you quick. Rendezvous on the Green River. Kit marries an Arapaho girl named Wanibi, Singing Grass. They have 2 daughters. Life is good. Then smallpox hits the plains. Singing Grass dies in his arms. Kit buries her on a scaffold in the old way, wraps himself in buffalo robe, and doesn't speak for a month. Let's take a rifle break. Are you listening? Real men don't get to keep everything they love. They get tested. Stripped down to the bone and will. Carson lost his woman, his home lodge, damn near his soul. He didn't drink it away. He saddled up and rode harder. That's the code. When the world takes what's yours, you don't curl up. You become something it can't take again. Act 2. The Crucible. 1842. Kit's 33, guiding John C. Frémont on his first mapping expedition. They name peaks, rivers, passes. Frémont writes the reports that bring the wagon trains west. Carson never asks for credit. He just keeps the party alive. Mexican-American War. Carson carries dispatches from California to Washington, 2,500 miles and 60 days through Apache country. Comes back with new orders and a captain's commission. Then, the Donner Party. You heard the cold open. Carson leads the relief through the same snow that ate those people alive. Carries children out on his back. Feeds them pemmican from his own mouth to mouth when they're too weak to chew. 7 trips. Saves 47 souls. Never talks about it again. The dark years. Lincoln makes him a colonel and sends him against the Navajo. Carson don't want the job. He knows what pacification means, but orders are orders. He burns the peach orchards at Canyon de Chelly, starves 8,000 Navajo into surrender. The long walk to Bosque Redondo. Carson rides at the rear of the column, hat pulled low, sick to death. Later he tells a friend, "I did it to save the women and children of New Mexico. May God forgive me the way that I can't forgive myself." Let's take a rifle break. Here's the hard truth most men never face. Sometimes being a man means doing the ugly thing others don't have to do. Carson carried that weight alone. He didn't make speeches. He didn't write memoirs. He just carried it. If you ever have to make a choice that'll haunt you forever so your people can sleep safe, you make it, then you carry it. That's the burden of being a dangerous one in the room. Act 3. The Cost and the Crown. His last years, Kit's lungs are shredded from mountain air and powder smoke. He marries Josefa Charamillo, a New Mexican beauty 14 years younger. They have 8 kids. He learns Spanish, wears a velvet coat and taos, and commands the respect of a quiet king. May 23, 1868, Fort Lyon, Colorado. An aneurysm in his neck ruptures. He knows it's the end. Asks for his pipe, smokes once, hands it to Josefa, says, "Doctor, compadre, adios." Dies at 58, looking 30 years older. They bury him in Taos, a simple stone. Kit Carson, 1809, 1868. Here's the reckoning. Listen close, brother. Kit Carson was never the loudest man in the room. He was the one who walked out alive when everyone else was still talking. He could track a lizard across a solid rock, speak 7 Indian languages, kill you before you clean leather, and still blush when a woman smiled at him. He never owned more than he could carry on 2 mules. He never asked for statues. But every time an American man shoulders a pack, kisses his family goodbye, and heads into the unknown to keep his word, Kit Carson is riding point. That's your bloodline. Not soft comfort, not excuses. Quiet competence. Deadly when necessary, unbreakable when it counts. Carry it proud. Next week, we ride with a man who made Carson look sociable, liver-eating Johnson. Until then, stay hard, stay dangerous, and I'll see you on the trail.